Okay, you quieted down very well. Thank you. That's a great start. Ha ha ha. Okay, very good. All right, you can start filming now, Joyce. All right, does everyone have a seat? Are we good? Terrific. Well, good evening, and welcome to the Boardman Civic Association's Community Awards Dinner. I'm Mark Luke, a member of the Boardman Civic Association, and this evening we will recognize members of the community and their business and civic leadership, as well as building projects in Boardman Township. The awards are New Building, Remodeled or Refurbished Buildings, Business Person of the Year, and the Past President's Award. We'll open with the Pledge of Allegiance, invocation, and then dinner. If you'd please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We can please bow our heads in a moment of invocation. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening so thankful for all the blessings that you bestow upon us. We ask you to keep us mindful of them and not take them for granted. We also hope that you help us understand that the challenges in life are opportunities to grow closer to you. We're thankful to be here this evening in our beautiful community, in our beautiful Boardman Park and our community center, to bestow awards upon people who have done significant things in our community, for buildings and leadership and civic leadership and business leadership. We're thankful to be here, thankful all those who could attend. We ask you to bless the food to our bodies and us to thy service. Amen. We have a tradition of always asking if there are any veterans who are here this evening to please stand and be recognized. If you served in the military on behalf of our country, if you would please stand and be recognized. Anyone? Any veterans here? Thank you. Well, at this time, a member of the catering staff will be around to release you from your tables and enjoy your dinner. Thank you. A la carte catering provide us a nice meal tonight. How about a nice round of applause for a la carte catering? Also, just wanted to remind everyone that there are programs on your table, and it's nice because on the front they list kind of the agenda for the evening, and on the back of them also are the award winners from previous years. It goes all the way back to 1961 for Citizens of the Year and Community Service Awards, and also at the bottom there you can see Business Person of the Year Awards. So it's a nice history that we can look back on and enjoy, and maybe you know a few of those names or recognize those names from around the community. I'd like to thank Boardman Schools Television Network for being here this evening and filming our proceedings. They will also air those for rebroadcast on their cable channel. So it's very nice to see these types of community events shown on their network, and we appreciate that. Here this evening representing Boardman Schools Television Network is Joyce Mistovich and students Brandon Jackson and James Valentine. Thank you. By way of some guest introductions with us here this evening, we have all three of our Boardman trustees, Brad Calhoun, Tom Costello, and Larry Moliterno. Gentlemen, thank you. Representing our school board are Vicki Davis and Jeff Barone. Representing our Boardman Park board, Joyce Mistovich and Trent Kaler. Also representing our schools is Superintendent Tim Saxton. Tim? Our Mahoning County Area Court Judge, Joseph Hauser. Our Mahoning County Probate Court Judge, Robert Russo. Good. And also County Auditor, Ralph Meacham. Ralph's a member of our Civic Association, and I just wanted to also make special mention that he recently received the Distinguished County Auditors Award for Continuing Education, given out by the County Auditors Association of Ohio, and that is a distinguished thing you have to qualify for, and you went over above their qualifications, so congratulations, Ralph. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the president of our Boardman Civic Association for a few comments, Meg Harris.
I never had to put glasses on before, so pardon me. The days have come. So I wanted to introduce all of the board members that represent Boardman Civic Association. It's so nice to have a board that all works together. We go to meetings, we communicate via email, we talk to each other on the phone. It's so nice to have everybody coordinate their schedules and be so active, involved in the community. So I would like to introduce all of our board members. Our Vice President, George Ferris, is back in the corner here. Mark Luke is our secretary, and Jeff Barone is our treasurer. Other board members are Attorney Marty Bushy, Stephanie Landers, Karen McCullum, Tim Saxton, Dan Siegel, Rick Schaefer, Joe Sylvester Jr., Tom Testa, Kathy McNabb Welsh, and Kevin Willis. So give them a round of applause. So for anybody who's new, there's a lot of faces here that have been here before, so I appreciate you coming back and enjoying our dinners with us. But for those people who are new here, Boardman Civic Association is a group of local business, civic, and community leaders that are interested in the general welfare and the development of the Boardman Township. We have quarterly meetings, which is really nice that you're not inundated with monthly meetings, to receive updates on matters in the township, as well as news on the schools, the park systems, and business development. Boardman Civic Association promotes community pride through our annual awards and Citizen of the Year award presented at the March dinner meeting, the scholarship dinner, which is recognizing graduating seniors, their honor students, and that will be next month, April 18th. And we have a dinner in September, it's a candidates and issues dinner representing any candidates that are running for office that will be on the ballot. And then we have an October meeting, which is really kind of a meeting that we've fine-tuned it over the years. Sometimes it has a special topic like healthcare or certain development in the county, and other times it's a very specific meeting. So I think ours is to be determined at this point in time, so we will keep you posted. If you sign up at the entranceway and give me your email addresses, I will send you an email with all of the dinners that we have that are coming up this year. So if you'd like that information, please feel free to give me your email address. I also pride myself on not killing people with emails, so you do get them only when necessary. So if you're interested, please sign up to get those. Excuse me. Our scholarship awards dinner is the next dinner. It is going to be on Tuesday, April 18th. It is at the Holiday Inn. Marty's one of the coordinators of that program, so it's a very nice dinner. And we are still accepting scholarships. Thank you for those of you who have already sent yours in. We really appreciate it, and we do pride ourselves on giving full $750 scholarships to the graduating seniors. We gave 6 of them last year, so please, if you're interested in donating to that, we do really take a lot of pride in who we select for that. We make sure that they are not just academic people, but they're also involved in their community. So please consider that. I'm going to pass the microphone back to Mark, and we'll exchange here. So thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you very much, Meg. We will begin our awards this evening. The first award we have to give out is our Past President's Award. And Meg will be giving this award out. Would Frank Lazzari please join us here?
Boy, do I have stories. I think this was you last year taking this, wasn't it? We're just passing it back and forth, I was thinking how I was going to introduce Frank tonight, because many in the room here already know Frank, of course. He has such a presence in our community. And so I thought I might tell you how I met Frank. Is there a story about that? How I met Sally or something? So I met him a long time ago. When I first started my career, I was a counselor that went to schools and helped kids who struggled with either academics or social problems in the school. And Frank was the principal at Market Street Elementary. And so I went in and I introduced myself, and he was as gracious as the day was long. And this was at a time when people, mental health isn't the most accepted thing in the whole world all the time. So at that point in time, 30 years ago, truly, mental health was difficult for people to accept in their schools or in their homes. So he was very gracious, allowed me to come into his building, to meet with students, to meet with his staff. And the basis of our meetings were really, truly, was success. Success of the students, success of his staff, success of the school board. I mean, he wanted his students in his district to be successful. And he welcomed me, welcomed our services with open arms. And truly, that was very much appreciated at that time. He was very sincere in his desire to see the successes of the students and programming. And he made people, me, feel like I belonged in his building, never made me feel like I didn't belong. As I got older and wiser, I had kids that were in the Boardman School District, and we went to events, either academic events or athletic events, social events. Who was there? Frank. Why? To see the success of his students, to see the families that were involved in their services, to see his programming successful, and to support his staff in being successful in their schools. So never was I at an event with my kids that Frank wasn't there. And again, dedication, sincerity, very genuine in his efforts to have people be successful in their lives. Then we crossed paths as board representatives for various boards in the area, in the community. And it was very nice to work with Frank on a panel as colleagues, because he was no longer, somebody that was letting me into his building. He was no longer the superintendent of my children's school, but he was a colleague of mine. And again, I will tell you, I'm going to use the same words over and over because it's truly how I feel. He's very invested, very hardworking, and very dedicated. He brings a sense of humor to even the most daunting tasks that are involved in making board decisions like tonight, who to invite, who to recognize, who to give credit to for their efforts in the community. And he also brings a sense of humor. And if you ever hear him laugh in a room, you'll know you hear Frank's laugh. It's always very loud, and it's very genuine, very authentic. And he tried to get my picture from our senior year book, as he was the president of the Boardman Civic Association last year. I think he got Rick Schaefer's picture, I think he got Mark's picture, he got Jeff's picture, he got everybody's picture, but he couldn't find mine. And I wouldn't tell him when I graduated from high school, because I'm no dummy, I mean, really, come on. So I wouldn't let him know when I graduated from school, and 12 months went by and he never had my senior picture. And I said, one day I'm going to find it somewhere. I'm not really sure where I'm going to find it, but he's going to find it. But he didn't in the 12 months that he was the president of Boardman Civic Association. But he would laugh every month trying to figure out how to get my, does anybody know the year that I graduated? Quiet. So as the Boardman BCA board president, teaching people about the basics of life. Truly, hard work, making connections, and improving one's community. Having fun along the way prepared me well for this year, as he made me speak at 2 of his meetings last year. By the way, he was president last year, and I had to speak at 2 of his meetings. So he was just preparing me well for this year, I suppose. He's very committed to family. He is very much ready for a simpler way of life, I suppose, is what he was saying before. I don't think he's sat down yet. Traveling, and I think he's just as busy and committed to excellence in his career, in his family, in his community, and in his faith. And I couldn't be prouder to say congratulations to you and to give you this award. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you both very much, and Frank, congratulations. At this time, we're going to ask you to turn your chairs a bit because we're going to have a slideshow about our building awards. Yes, we're dimming the lights and you just had dinner and dessert. That doesn't mean you can nod off or take a nap.
Don't you have a joke?
Well, I was going to say, yeah, while it warms up, Karen will do a little soft shoe for us up here. That's okay, we can start there. It just talks about Boardman Civic Association supports positive growth, pride, development of Boardman Township. We host public forums, recognize excellence. This is what Meg was just talking about, kind of who we are and what we do. And we encourage fellowship and communication between business and civic leaders. This is our board, and it's a good group. Despite what the picture may show, we're great. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of good work together. And if you're ever in my position, you stand in the back by the pretty ladies and hope you look better. Next up, these are our current board members. Meg Harris, President, Jack Brown, Treasurer, George Ferris, Vice President, I'm Secretary. So this year is actually the 70th anniversary of Boardman Park. So we're going to take just a minute here. We're so glad to be in the park, and you know, things just go along with time, and all of a sudden you realize it's been 70 years. The history of Boardman Park is William F. Mogg Jr., who was the owner of the Vindicator and also the owner of WFMJ, which is the acronym of his name, William F. Mogg Jr. Jr. was the owner of television and radio stations. He used to have a large mansion, if you remember, or are old enough to remember, across the street with a beautiful carriage house. When he purchased that property, he purchased this property over here, which included his former transmission towers, which are where the shops on Boardman Park are. He purchased 72 acres right where we stand and sit, and donated to the township for the expressed reason to create a township park. So the township taxpayers voted on it, they agreed to support a park, and they created Boardman Park. It's 72 acres. It is today 227 acres in this core section right here, right in the middle of all the commercial and residential construction of Boardman Township. And the area that you're in from 224 and Southern Boulevard over to here is 1/3 of the park. The rest is natural habitat, right in the middle of everything. So it's really great. You can see some pictures there on the bottom. The flags, and of course the hayride wagons and the military bands that come here. And in the corner is also a picture of the oldest structure in Boardman Township, and that's St. James Meeting House, built in 1829. So when the Boardman family not emigrated here, they traveled here, they were awarded this land, part of the Connecticut Western Reserve, because they had had land seized from them in Connecticut by the government during wars over time. So they were awarded lands out here. So the Boardman family, Elijah Boardman, came here for Boardman Township. And the preservation of St. James Church to this day is here in the park. It originally sat about across from Boardman Center or Boardman Intermediate School on Market Street and was moved in 1972. As you can see, the steeple came off and it came down what a 2 or 3 lane road, as 224 was at the time, and preserved and moved here to our beautiful Boardman Park. So we're so happy to have that with us. 2017 marks the 40th anniversary of Music in the Park concert series, which is so exciting. Originally started at the gazebo, started by Paul Rossi. Many of you may know Paul, a Boardman resident, been involved in many bands over the years and orchestras, and was a music teacher. And Paul is just a great man in our community and started that 40 years ago. Also the 70th anniversary. John Donnell Jr. is not that old, but the newspaper is. In November 27th, 1947, Boardman News was started by John's father and has been going strong ever since. 2017 also marks the 40th anniversary of the Boardman Rotary's Oktoberfest. Very exciting. Every fall, and that Oktoberfest just brings people from around the counties and various states to have vendors, and people travel, and they mark it on their calendar every year. It's a significant event. It allows the Rotary to raise lots of money and use it in our community. Some historical pictures. Gifford Slagle store located on the northwest corner of Southern Boulevard and Route 224, just around the corner from us, next to the then first fire station. The store sold meat and a few other household needs. Just an old historical picture, just very neat to know where we come from as we look at buildings that are built on today. Another historical picture here, Fenton's Gas Station, 1933, located across from Boardman High School, now the Center School. Common for many of the high school students to hang out there, have some lunch. Station opened in 1933, closed sometime before 1950. Karen McCallum put some trivia questions in our slideshow this year. In what year did Boardman Spartan football team go undefeated, capturing the Steel Valley Championship ranking, 11th in Ohio under head coach Jerry Thorpe? Anyone? No? Closer. 1961. 1961, yep, yep.
I teach people how to have fun.
Okay, getting to our awards. The New Building Award for 2017, list of nominations: Arby's, Muscle Connection, Panda Express, Rogue Wave, Taco Bell, True North Shell. It's a busy year in Boardman Township when you have all those construction projects going on. Some past winners: in 2009, Mahoning Valley Hospital on South Avenue, Southwoods Imaging on Market Street in 2015. In 2013, we combined and put a few buildings together because they really improved that corner in a central corridor in the township, where there was Cheddar's, McDonald's, and the CVS Pharmacy. 2017 New Building Award winner is Muscle Connection. We'll be doing the formal presentation and the plaque a little bit later after we get through the whole slideshow. But the Muscle Connection is a building that the business relocated, moved over to South Avenue, built a brand new building. You can see from these pictures of going through the construction phase to the completed building, the landscaping, the nighttime view. Plenty of room for storage, retail space, corporate offices. Tremendous addition to the community at that corner. And some of the products that they sell. If you didn't have a big enough dinner, you might want to stop there afterwards. Make sure you get a workout machine, maybe a treadmill. Another trivia question. Who was the Boardman-born actress who is best known for her performance in the 1965 film A Patch of Blue, playing a blind girl named Selena Darcy opposite Sidney Poitier, a role for which she was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actress and the Golden Globe Award? Mark?
Elizabeth Hartman.
The answer is Elizabeth Hartman. Very good. All right. Mark did not have access to the PowerPoint presentation before this evening. Okay, Remodeled Awards. List of nominations: Boardman Auto Mall, Edible Arrangements, Ohio Auto Loans, Tiffany Square, and Wendy's. Again, lots of construction and remodeling projects going on. Past winners: in 2016, the Huntington Plaza. 2013, Preston Toyota. And the 2016 Remodeled Award winner is? 2017, yeah, that's okay. Tiffany Square Plaza. As you can see, lots of tenants in the plaza. I have some before and after pictures here. Actually seems kind of hard to remember it in the above picture. It looks so great in the bottom picture. Again, it's a long plaza, so there's a couple pictures kind of scanning it through. You can see a significant difference: the landscaping, the lighting, the facade work. Big changes. Looks terrific. We also chose, because we have that discretion at the board of our Boardman Civic Association, to include other buildings in, because that whole corner, that whole area has just been such a great improvement that we're giving awards also to Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, because they actually renovated, yes, torn down and built new, yes, but we included it all together because it's, such, like I said, such a significant change to that corner with the plaza and the buildings out in front. The McDonald's torn down and relocated, moved next door. Chick-fil-A moved across the street. Here's some interior pictures of the Chick-fil-A. Beautiful restaurant, high profile, right on a busy corridor there in 224. This is the interior of the McDonald's. They have a nice Lanterman's Mill picture in there. Beautiful interior. Very good project. And Karen promises this is the last one of the Boardman trivia questions. What most recent animated film did Boardman graduate Kelly Lake worked as a script supervisor? Anyone? Is everyone awake? Okay, good. All right. It's Sing. Okay, very good.
Let's sing about our award.
All right. Well, very good. Founded in 1805, Boardman Township is still a nice place to call home. Good place to do business. People are investing millions of dollars into our township. People are relocating to move here. The school system is excellent. We have a lot to be thankful for. And just a reminder about our holiday and scholarship dinner on April 18th. Okay, that ends our slideshow. Thank you very much, Karen McCallum, for all the hard work you put into that. Appreciate that. Okay, and back to our awards. So, the New Building Award, as you know, is being given to Muscle Connection. The owner of the business in the building is John Straub. The architect for the project was Osowski Jaminet. The contractor was Murphy Contracting. Founded in 1984, the Muscle Connection is considered by many as the area's premier fitness equipment supplier. They offer quality fitness equipment for every application. The Muscle Connection also delivers, installs, and services all of the products that they sell. The beautiful new Muscle Connection building, located at 6201 South Avenue, was completed in 2016 and houses the company's retail space, corporate offices, and storage. It is at the corner of South Avenue and Meadow Lane on the very busy and high-profile South Avenue corridor. For your continued investment in Boardman Township, the Boardman Civic Association presents their 2017 New Building Award to the Muscle Connection. Accepting the award is company owner, Mr. John Straub. Go ahead, please.
Well, thank you very much for this award, but I would actually like to dedicate it to the men and women who actually worked on that building. They're the ones that built it. And I got to tell you, we got some really, really good trade people in this area. They just do an excellent job as a result to this award today, I believe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. Okay, next for the Renovated Building Award is Tiffany Square Plaza. Owners, Dr. John Mayo, architect, Joe Bistricka, and contractor, Davis International. Tiffany Square Plaza is a retail shopping plaza located at 1300 Boardman Poland Road. Originally built in 1969 by Jack Mayo, instructed by D.D. Davis, D.D. Davis International, is now owned and operated by Dr. John Mayo. The plaza sits on 17 acres of land. It contains over 180,000 square feet of retail space. The multi-million-dollar remodeling project included interior, exterior, and common area improvements, all completed by local trades. 3 new retailers are now located in the plaza, and over 200 new jobs are created in the township with the new stores and existing store expansions. For your continued investment in Boardman Township, the Boardman Civic Association presents their 2017 Remodeled Building Award to Tiffany Square Plaza. Accepting the award is Mr. John Mayo.
I'd like to thank everybody that's been involved in this project, and also Boardman Civics for the award. Thank you very much.
Our next award is for McDonald's Tiffany Square. Owners, HLW Fast Track, Herb Washington. McDonald's is a nationally franchised fast food restaurant. The 1180 Boardman Poland Road location is owned by Boardman resident Herb Washington through his company, HLW Fast Track. The previous restaurant was demolished, with the new location just yards away. And the beautiful new restaurant also allowed for double drive-through lanes to accommodate customers. A representative could not be here tonight from McDonald's, but we'll certainly see that they get their award. And it's neat that Herb Washington lives here in Boardman Township and has his business here, his corporate offices here, as well as owning many of the local restaurants. So we wish congratulations to McDonald's Tiffany Square. Next we have the Chick-fil-A Tiffany Square. Chick-fil-A is a nationally franchised fast food restaurant. The 1110 Boardman Poland Road location is operated by Gail McCullough. The previous restaurant across the street was demolished, and the beautiful new location also allowed for expanded parking and a double drive-through lane to accommodate customers. That location employs 130 people. For your continued investment in Boardman Township, the Boardman Civic Association presents their 2017 Remodel Building Award to Chick-fil-A Tiffany Square. Accepting the award this evening is General Manager Shelley Liberto.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the Civic Association. We're very proud to be in Boardman. This is our 3rd location that we've been able to build in Boardman. It's great to see that we can grow along with our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shelley. Congratulations to all our Building Award winners. Our final award this evening is our Business Person of the Year Award. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Tom Zeiden. He's the president and CEO of Gia Russa, Summer Garden Food Manufacturing, and Aquapazzo Restaurant. Their website says, at Summer Garden, we specialize in producing branded, private label, co-packed, and food service products that our customers can confidently deliver to their consumers. That's all true, but that's only part of the story. The John Zeiden Company was founded in 1948 by Tom's father, the late John Zeiden Sr., as a family-owned and operated food wholesaler in Youngstown. During the 1950s, distribution expanded beyond the local market to include Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania retailers. During the 1960s, John Zeiden's innovative marketing concept, unknowingly, was the beginning of the vertical integration of food manufacturing into the company. John began processing large cheese blocks into consumer-friendly graded packaging options, and the seed of what was eventually to become Summer Garden Food Manufacturing was planted. In the 1980s, Tom would assume ownership and management control, displaying a knack for building and branding product lines, and the company started producing its own brand called La Russa. During the 1980s, the company grew local sales and distribution under the La Russa brand. During the 1990s, consumers were now seeking out more stylized brands. To appeal to changing markets, the company created the newly rebranded Gia Russa line with its iconic Little Gia mascot. Sales grew extensively, and products were now available in chain and specialty food stores throughout the United States and Canada. In 2001, Tom began to experiment with the Zidian Manufacturing Corporation in Coatesville, where he and his team honed their skills of creating flavored profiles for bottling pasta sauces, He then produced the same sauces he enjoyed while traveling in Italy under his Gia Russa brand. Tom had a dream for a much larger plant with higher capacity and efficiencies. In 2009, his vision was finally realized. Summer Garden Food Manufacturing, a 50,000 square foot green LEED certified food manufacturing facility, was built on a 6-acre campus with an additional 11,000 square foot building, also housing an on-site research and development center, quality assurance laboratories, plus a new casual theme learn to cook concept called the Culinary Arts Center, which would later evolve into the Aquapazzo Restaurant. In 2010, an adjacent building and property was purchased to expand warehousing and distribution. With the 58,000 square foot addition, the campus grew to 10 acres, positioning the companies as an emerging leader in the food industry. In the summer of 2009, after many months of pursuing a national brand, celebrity chef Mario Batali invited Tom and his team to New York City to discuss creating a retail sauce brand. A licensing agreement soon followed, and Summer Garden began to produce fresh flavor profiles that met Mario's high standards. The Mario Batali brand was an immediate hit with consumers and retailers and was instantly available in 50 states. Guy Fieri quickly followed Mario's lead by also signing a licensing agreement for barbecue sauces and salsas. All are being produced at Summer Garden. Summer Garden is now nationally recognized for its creative product innovations, unparalleled quality, and its commitment to excellent customer service. Aside from the Gia Russa brand, Mario Batali and Guy Fieri, it's also producing the G. Hughes line, along with many private label and store brands. Combined, the John Zeiden Group of companies employs over 160 people in various departments that are dedicated to the creation, branding, sourcing, manufacturing, importing, and distribution of the highest quality specialty foods. Within the story is Tom's father's story, his early beginnings with his son, teaching him the trade, passion for work, passion for love of all people, and the love of giving back to the community. Tom now proudly carries forward these learned traditions through donations, scholarships, sponsorships of local sports teams, support of many local spaghetti dinners, as well as the company's and employees' participation in the annual YMCA Community Cup. Throughout the years, the mission has remained the same: perfection of products and love for people. This began with Tom's parents grating cheese on their kitchen table in Coatesville, Ohio, and continues to this day in Boardman Township. Tom, for your business accomplishments, for your improvements to Boardman Township, for employing so many people, for attracting customers and vendors to Boardman and the Mahoning Valley, and of course for your continuing generosity, the Boardman Civic Association hereby bestows upon you its 2017 Business Person of the Year Award.
an introduction. I didn't write that bio, but I just heard it. Between my daughter and my assistant wrote the bio. I want to thank the board. Appreciate you voting me for this. I had no idea it was called and said, you won this award. Would I accept? And of course, it was my pleasure to accept. Just want to mention a few people at the table with me. My cousin Joe Zidd, my sister Mary Thompson and her husband Bill, my brother-in-law Ricky Corradini, who's head of my manufacturing plant, my brother Jim, who works there also, my daughter Michelle Gross and her husband David, who she works at the company as HR director, the hardest job in the whole company, I think, these days. And of course, my wife Jill. Also, my whole management team is here to support me. I appreciate it. And a few friends on the other side there. But I want to thank everyone, appreciate it, and have a good night.
We want you to take that home with you. Yeah, that's for you. The HR director was on. Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Tom, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Well, one thing we want to ask is for all of our award winners, if you would gather here after the dinner, we want to get one picture with everyone in it. We would appreciate that very much. Well, it's so great to gather for these dinner meetings, and like Meg mentioned, they're quarterly, and they're fun. And we have a wonderful full room here tonight, enjoying our beautiful Boardman Park and its history, enjoying the fellowship and the camaraderie of everyone involved here. And the award winners, you know, we've seen amazing investments in the Boardman Township, and it's significant, and it's good to get together and recognize things. By way of some thank yous tonight, we thank, of course, President Meg Harris for all her organization and her emails. We thank George Ferris for his promotion of these events for our organization, Karen McCallum for the slideshow this evening, Boardman Schools Television Network for taping the evening. We appreciate that. Our beautiful Boardman Park, Dan Slagle's here tonight, the executive director. We're happy to be here. For the media coverage, of course, and to Custom Awards for our beautiful awards. So in summing up, congratulations, of course, to all of our award winners. We've heard examples of true community commitment, leadership, and service. Thank you for showing us how to improve our community. Boardman has an amazing amount of diverse opportunities in almost any area of life, including family activities, education, commerce, healthcare, recreation, community service, and faith. So let's continue to take advantage of these opportunities or try them for the first time and preserve Boardman's motto, a nice place to call home. Thank you, God bless, and good night.